How to clone a larger disk to a smaller SSD without losing data or reinstalling OS. This video will show you how to clone a large non-OS disk to a smaller SSD and the OS disk to a smaller disk. First of all, let's see the disk. The non-OS disk is a 3 TB hard drive. It has 3 partitions, and as a test, we have put data on the J drive. Now we start cloning. You may clone the whole disk from this place, or you may clone a single partition from this place. Okay, let's try clone the whole disk. When the data is less than the target disk capacity, it's easier. Now select the destination disk. You may adjust the volume size to resize partitions with this free tool. It won't start cloning until you click the Apply Changes. We can see the partitions have been cloned here. And now we click Apply Changes. If the total data volume is more than the target disk capacity, you may copy partitions one by one. Or you may delete some volume or data to clone the whole disk. It's easy if data is less than the target disk's capacity. Okay, we click Apply Changes. It took a few minutes in this case. If there are a lot of data on your hard disk, it may take longer, depending on how much data you have on your disk. If you want to use both the new and the old disks on the same computer, you need to change the drive letter for the new SSD. We have data on the J drive, and it's copied to the U drive. Let's see the U drive. The images have been moved here. The cloning is successful. In order to test the cloning from a system disk to a smaller disk, we delete the partitions here. Now to clone the system disk, you need to go to this option, Migrate OS Wizard. Now choose the disk to. You can also resize the partitions here. You may shrink. Offer more space to the system drive. Move partitions without losing data. And then click Finish. It won't start the cloning until you click the Apply Changes. We can see we have the C drive cloned here. If you only want to clone the C drive, you need to delete all the rest partitions. You can also clone the volumes to another disk. And then delete them and then only keep the C drive. And click here to clone the single C drive. It won't start cloning until you click Apply Changes. If you want to replace the large hard drive with the disk 2, you may shut down your computer. Replace the disk 2 to socket disk 0. Change the BIOS accordingly. And if you want to use both disks on the same computer, you need to change the drive letter on the cloned partitions. Now let's try changing the C drive letter. Click the rest, change them to It needs to restart the computer. Now it seems that we have disk 2 from the disk O. If you want to boot from disk 2, you need to use BIOS. Restart the computer and then enter BIOS. We used F2 to enter BIOS. You need to know your computer BIOS key. Now, use the down or up key on your keyboard to select which disk to boot. We select disk 2. and then press Enter key on your keyboard to start PC. Now the disk to boot volume has been set to C drive. So, it's working. Here are some tips. To clone a disk, if it contains no OS, you may click Copy Disk when the data is less than the target disk capacity. If it exceeds the target disk capacity, you need to delete some data. If the disk contains the OS system, you need to use the Migrate OS wizard. And also if you want to clone the OS partition only. You need to first backup and delete the rest partitions, and then clone the disk, which has just one OS volume. And then adjust the BIOS setting and boot order. Thanks for watching.